Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and very good morning to all of you. I hope you are safe and sound. Welcome to Melly's Telegram classes. This is the grammar lesson for elementary level part 1. Before I start today's lesson, I want you to have a look at these examples and guess what today's lesson is about. So, number 1, it is raining right now. Number 2, the teachers are teaching now. 3, are you using Facebook? 4, isn't Halima washing the dishes? And 5, am I not making examples? So I'm sure you have guessed correctly. Our lesson for today is the present continuous tense. It is also known as the present progressive tense. Now, what is the present continuous? It is used to show an action that is happening right now. In other words, we use this tense to talk about something that is happening or that is taking place right now or at the time of speaking. So, the verb form that we use in present continuous is ing. And the helping verbs here are is, am, are. The positive structure for present continuous tense is subject plus is, am, are, the helping verbs, verb ing, and the complement. For example, I am teaching you present continuous tense. Now in this sentence, I is the subject. With I, we use am. And then the verb ing is teaching. You cannot say I am teach, that's wrong. You present continuous tense is the rest of the sentence, or you can also call it the complement. Another example, we are watching TV right now. We is the subject, are the helping verb, watching main verb or the verb ing, and TV right now is the rest of the sentence, or you can also call it the complement. He is calling me. They are doing an exercise now. Now let's talk about how we can change these positive sentences into negative ones. The negative structure is subject plus is, am, are plus not plus verb ing plus complement. Now in this structure, you just need to use not after the helping verb. Remember, these helping verbs can be contracted with not. For example, the contracted form of is not is isn't. Are not is equal to aren't. But it's not possible for am not in standard English. You cannot say amn't or ain't. Some people for am not, they use the contraction aren't, and that's correct. So for example, I am not, or you can also say I am not. Like you can contract the to be verb with the subject, teaching you present continuous tense. We are not, or you can also say aren't, watching TV right now. He is not or isn't calling me. They are not or aren't playing football. Let's talk about the interrogative structure, but as you all know that interrogative structures have two types, positive and negative. So the first one is positive interrogative, which is, am, are plus subject plus verb ing plus complement. Now in this structure, you just change the position of the helping verb with the subject. That is, you use the helping verb before the subject. For example, am I teaching you present continuous tense? Now if you see here, the to be verb or the helping verb is am, and it is used before the subject I. Teaching is verb ing, you present continuous tense is the complement. Another example, are we watching TV right now? Is he calling me? Are you taking English classes at Melly? Now, as I told you earlier that the second interrogative structure is negative interrogative. Now, negative interrogative, as you all know, has two types, the formal one and the informal one. So let's talk about the formal one first. So what do we do in the formal one? We use the helping verbs before the subject, but not is used after the subject. It's incorrect to use not before the subject when there is no contraction. So then we use verb ing and then the complement and of course at the end we use a question mark. For example, am I not teaching you present continuous tense? Now in this sentence, am is the helping verb, I the subject, and after the subject we've got not. And then we've got teaching, the verb ing, you present continuous tense is the complement. Now most of the people say, am not I teaching you present continuous tense? It's a mistake. Another example, are we not watching TV right now? Is he not calling me? And are you not taking English classes at Melly? And now let's talk about the negative interrogative structure, but this time the informal one. So in the informal one, we use the contractions of the to be verbs with not. So as you all know, the contraction of is not is isn't, are not aren't, and for am not, as I've told you, we don't use any contraction. Some people use aren't instead of am not, and that's correct, especially in questions. Then we have the subject, then we have verb ing and the complement. For example, aren't I teaching you present continuous tense? Aren't we watching TV right now? Here, it's the to be verb with not, so it's a contraction. Then we have the subject, then verb ing, then the complement. As I've told you, you cannot say are not we, that's wrong, but you can surely say aren't we. Isn't he calling me? Aren't you taking English classes at Melly? Now let's talk about some rules for adding ing to a verb. Now you can change most of the verbs in English language to continuous or ing form, but there are some important points that you have to consider while doing this. So first of all, in the CVC formula, there is a formula by the name of CVC, which stands for consonant, vowel, and consonant. We double the last consonant and add ing. So now whenever you have got a verb and at the end of the verb you have CVC, then simply you add the last consonant. For example, we've got the verb run. So if you see, run has CVC. Start from the end, N is a consonant, U is a vowel, and R is also a consonant. So we have the CVC formula. And what do we do while we change run to running? We double the last consonant. And what is the last consonant? That is N. So we say running. For example, he is running. Another example, sit. So we have got CVC. S is a consonant, I vowel, and T also consonant. We double the last T, sitting. For example, she's sitting under the tree. Stop. So, as I've told you, start from the end. You see, P is a consonant, O is a vowel, and T is also a consonant. So, we've got the CVC formula. So, what do? Stopping. P is doubled. Like they're not stopping. Swim, swimming. I'm swimming. Remember, if a verb ends in IE, whenever there is a verb, and at the end of that verb we have IE, what do? We change IE to Y and add ING. This is something really important. For example, lie. Now what do we have at the end of lie? IE. So we simply change IE to Y and add ING. Lie, lying. For example, he is lying. Or tie, tying. They are tying their luggage. If a verb ends in E, we drop E and add ing. Now when there is a verb and it simply ends in E, so we drop that E, we omit that E, and instead of that, we just write ing. For example, change. So what do you have at the end of change? E. We remove this E and write ing. Change, changing, like she's changing her dress. Amuse, amusing. He is amusing them. Type, typing. Like now Rose is typing an application. This concludes our session for today. Remember, there is an exercise that you have to perform after watching the same video. This was just a short version of our today's lesson. The same lesson is taught in complete details in our regular classes. Thank you very much.